Is blogging dead for 2021? Should you consider it or drop it? Alright, guys, is it even worth starting a blog in 2021? I'm going to answer this question for you in this video. I do have a blog that I started in 2016 and I'm following all the latest trends in the blogging community. So in this video, I'm going to tell you 3 most unfavorable conditions for bloggers and 3 things you can do about it if you really want to start a blog in 2021. Let's do this. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Best Lifetime Income. This is the channel where we build wealth and elevate our mindset to a new level. And in this video, we talk about blogging. Is it even worth starting a blog in 2021? Is it dead? Should you completely avoid it or should you consider it? So first, let's quickly clear up why would you even do blogging, right? And the short answer is we all want to make money, and that's one of the reasons you would start a blog. So there are 3 main ways to monetize a blog, and this is what I pretty much do, or some of it I do, not all of it yet. So number 1 is you can either promote your own course, right? If you have a course or you're planning to create a course that you can promote on your blog, or what's most popular way is affiliate marketing, right? Like I'm in a wealth niche. We review programs and make money online niche, and we recommend a program, a top program. And by the way, you can check out a link in the description below, and that's our affiliate partner. Number 2 is through display ads, right? That could be Google AdSense or one of the premium AdSense ad networks like Mediavine or Ezoic. That's one of the best ways for new and intermediate bloggers. And third way is pretty much everything else, which includes some kind of direct partnerships, right? Where somebody would be willing to pay you money if you put a banner on side of your blog or top of your blog, and they'll pay you for impressions or clicks. Another way would be, let's say, guest blogging, right? You can charge for guest posts. This is something I just recently came across. I'm being approached every other day for a guest post, and I'm kind of ignoring them because I kind of control what content I have on my blog. But now I'm considering that there are some really good quality guest posts that I could allow on my website and charge anywhere from $70 to $200 per post. So that's pretty cool. So these are the 3 main ways how you can monetize a blog. But the main thing for any blog is traffic, right? And the reason you start a blog is to build organic traffic from Google, right? And that's when I started back in 2016. I was learning all about organic traffic and how to target keywords, what keywords to target, and all these on-page SEO, off-page SEO techniques, all of that. And I'm following the people like Neil Patel who teach you all about SEO, all this keyword research and all the things you can do for your blog. But if you're not getting the traffic that you want, that could be alarming, right? So let's talk about 3 unfavorable conditions for bloggers and the reason why it's being brought up so much, if it's even worth starting a blog in 2021. So first unfavorable condition is Google answers. As you know, Google is trying their best to provide the best experience for their readers, right? So what they want you to do is, come to the search for what you want and get the best possible answer in the shortest possible time. So with Google Answers, as you can see here, you can really ask a question, then you can get an answer, like, collapse this drop down, get an answer. Then let's say you see more questions, then you can drop another answer, and you see how it all keeps unfolding. And basically you don't ever need to go to the actual website and read the whole thing. You had a question, you got your answer, and that's it. There's no reason to go to actual blog. In a way, it's good for a user as he's getting the best experience, but for bloggers, it's bad because now we are giving this information to Google, but we're not getting any benefit from this. We are not able to monetize that view. We're not able to get anyone landing on our page. We are providing the answer for Google, but there's no credit for us. So in a way, it's good for Google, but it's not good for us. And this is something that's talked a lot about in blogging community. Number 2 is video content taking over text content, right? And this is where you see this quite a lot. You search for something, you get different results, but the first 3 or 4 results will be videos from YouTube, right? And it pretty much makes sense that most people want to watch a video. One main reason is that they might be working or doing something else, so they can do that and at the same time overlook the video and receive information as well. And plus it's just easier for most people, right? And I completely understand that, because if you want to read something, you need your full attention of reading that blog, scrolling through it, putting the actual work. And that's not something many people are willing to do. So you see this quite often now, where video results basically outperform, they push all the text results down. So even now for bloggers, even if you're on the first page, there's a high chance that someone will pick video content over your actual blog post. And this is pretty big. Number 3 has something to do with Google providing best experience for users, but this is the technical side of it that affects all the bloggers, and that is algorithm updates. If you are new, you probably never heard of it. If you have been a blogger, then you probably had this moment right now because you heard the word algorithm update. And this is crazy. Let me tell you about this. Basically, every few months, Google releases algorithm updates, and the major ones they might release maybe once or twice a year. And when they release the major algorithm updates, what really happens is the bloggers start pulling their hair, because a lot of them lose 50, 70, or even 80% of their traffic. Believe it or not because they're bad bloggers or they're doing something wrong. It's just because Google is either trying something or they decided something different. They have some new guidelines. They included more metrics that they want to use, and in just one click like that, your entire traffic can be completely out the window. And I know this because I've gone through a few of these. But of course, just like how Google takes your traffic, it can also give you traffic, right? And the last one that I experienced, I actually gained traffic, where most of my fellow bloggers, I'm going to show you some examples as we keep going. They lost most of their traffic. I actually gained some of the traffic. So it can work in other way around as well. But this one is something that is so unpredictable, because in the past when we did blogging, it was very clear these are on-page SEO guidelines, these are off-page SEO guidelines, and if you do everything right, then you can get an idea how you would be ranking. And now, none of that. The way it is now is basically all about Google experience, providing the best experience for a user. It doesn't really matter what domain authority you have, how long is your content. None of that really matters as much. As long as you can give the best experience to the user, then you're gonna rank high. And what is that best experience? That keeps on changing, and that is a problem. So Google algorithm updates is a tough topic. All right, so remember I said how Google algorithm is gonna change the traffic for your blog, and I'm gonna show you some examples. Well, here it is. What you see right now is my website, bestlifetimeincome.com. I'm going to show you through Uber Suggest. It's the program I use. It's by Neil Patel. You just pay $300 once and you own it for a lifetime with all the updates. It's a great program to do keyword research and competitive analysis. So here's my website, bestlifetimeincome.com. And you can see here that I started gaining traffic. And this is where around, I think November, there was a major algorithm update and it started gaining traffic. I was around some 7,000, and then it went all the way to 30,000+. This only shows organic traffic. It doesn't show any traffic from social media or any type of direct traffic from places like backlinks, but it gives you a good idea of organic traffic. So I actually gained traffic with this algorithm updates, but a lot of my fellow bloggers, like I'm going to show you here, I'm not disclosing their website addresses, but I want to give you an idea. Let's say this is how they were, and around November, this is actually one of the algorithm update that happened earlier. This is where I also lost traffic, by the way, in June 2020. This is how they lost traffic, and then they continued to lose traffic with each algorithm update. Here's then another website, same thing. They're losing a lot of traffic here, and then they keep losing here, and then there's another website, same thing here. They're losing traffic in June, and then October, November, they continue to lose even more traffic. So you can see here, you can spend so much time building out your website, and then these major algorithm updates are just gonna take your website down just like this. Usually things work back up, as time goes by, but you lose traffic in a matter of just like few hours, and it may take a whole year to recover some of it, maybe hopefully all of it, but most of the time not all of it. So I just wanted to give you an idea. Hey, so now after watching all this, you're probably sitting there and like, do I even need to continue watching this video? Because you gave me enough reasons to quit altogether, like not even start this, or even if you started this, probably quit it right now. But hey, no, I'm gonna show you 3 things you can do on your blog, whether you're new or you already have a blog. 3 things you can do to be successful with blogging. And moreover, let me give you a main reason why you want to have a blog. Like in my case, it's an asset, right? I have an authority blog where I talk about building wealth. I'm reviewing programs and make money online niche, but it's an asset. And I've been recently approached by someone who wants to buy my blog, and I can and my monthly revenue of my blog can be multiplied by 40 times, and that will be a price that somebody would be willing to pay, or up to 40 times, right? Somewhere between 20 to 40 times. It's that range. It's really all about negotiating. So I can easily get 6-figure from my blog. So that's one reason. Another reason is there are multiple sources of income just from one blog. I promote 24 of affiliate programs on my blog, and some of them doing well, some of them not so much. But as I keep building out my blog, I keep getting more traffic, I keep getting more sales, and that's a perfect way to build multiple streams of income on your blog. So now let's talk about 3 things you can do on your blog to be successful in 2021. Number 1, whether you are new and starting a blog or you already have an existing blog, you don't want to solely rely on this organic Google traffic, so you want to diversify your traffic. And I recommend Pinterest. Did you know that Pinterest is the 3rd largest search engine after Google and YouTube? And many people, including myself, were discounting Pinterest. But in reality, there are so many bloggers who became successful just from Pinterest alone. Literally, it's a lot easier to rank on Pinterest, and you can get lots of targeted traffic by simply creating those pins and pinning your images on the blog, or basically creating pins for your blog posts. And this is something I recently tapped into, and I got super fascinated. So I took a course on how to do it. And if you guys are interested, I'm going to try to link it in the description below. It's basically one of the best courses you can find on how to drive traffic from Pinterest. And you can get results as soon as within first few months, like 3 to 6 months. So make sure to check it out. And basically, it could be any other social media. Social media is super powerful in 2021. There are a lot more people going into social media. So you definitely want to drive traffic from your social media accounts to your blog. Number 2, stay up to date with current trends. What I'm trying to say here is that you have to be up to date on all the incoming information about blogging. So what you want to do is join, let's say, Google Hangouts with John Mueller. He's a senior webmaster at Google, as he gives a lot of this tricks, hacks, and actually some of the insider information about what you can do, what counts, what doesn't count, what Google is looking at, what they don't look at. He gives some hints about upcoming algorithms, what they'll be looking at. So that gives you some kind of room and time to see how you can improve your website. Also, make sure to join Nils Patel email list. He also does a lot of analysis into different websites, and he gives his reports, and he emails really, really cool hacks and things you can do on your website to, create more traffic, to make your blog better. And number 3 is basically be consistent. This really applies pretty much to anything, whether you're building a media channel or starting a blog. If you can be consistent, then you can certainly measure results, right? If you can keep posting, let's say 2-3 times a week for 6 to 8 months, then you can properly measure your results. But what most people do, they'll create a post once a week, then maybe twice a week, maybe then they'll do 3 times a week, then they'll not do anything for the whole month. And this way you can never measure results and you can never figure out if it's working or not. And that's not the way to do it. I know this because I've done this. So again, whether you're starting a YouTube channel, a blog, be consistent. That is probably the best advice I can give. And now, you really want to know, is blogging dead in 2021? And is it even worth starting a blog in 2021? Hey, look, I'm a bit nervous. Even my table is shaking. But hey, you watched till the end of this video, so you deserve the best answer. So, blogging is not dead in 2021. There are a lot of people who are successful with blogging, especially with authority blogs. But it does require a lot more resources, a lot more things to be successful with a blog than, let's say, back in 2016 when I started. Now, is it worth starting a blog in 2021? Well, let me tell you this. If I were to start a YouTube channel back in 2016, I think I would be a lot more successful than I am right now. I just think that YouTube gives you a lot more potential, and people simply give more preference to video content, so it's much easier to build credibility on YouTube. Like from the first minute itself, you are either going to trust me and watch my content, or you're not going to trust me, right? But if you watch one of my videos, 2 of my videos, chances are you're going to subscribe and I have your attention. Blogging is a little bit different. Yes, there are ways you can hook your audience, but it's not the same. You don't really see that person behind the computer. You try to sense his content, his style and all that, but it's not the same as video content. It's just that simple. So I would say the way I would approach it today is I would start a YouTube channel and add a blog as a second resource. I would hire someone, or even I would write myself blog posts. So make a YouTube video and then create a content on my blog. So that way I wouldn't solely rely on my blog. I wouldn't care too much about the algorithm updates. I would just spend my time building out a YouTube channel, and then just give as much time as needed to the blog, let it grow on its own. I hope I provided you a lot of information in this video. You can make an informed decision now. If you like this video, make sure to like it, subscribe to this channel, and leave me a comment below what do you think about blogging. And I'll see you next time.